All right, it's March towards history. Rockies, Red Sox, top of the eighth. Rockies down 7-3. Totally a hit and righty with a 2-2 count. And let me get some things adjusted here. Decent game for the Rockies, except they just let it get away on a couple of kind of dumb things. That's strike three there, Big Mike. Got to swing, brother. So let me get rid of this. We're going to go bottom eight. 7-3 Red Sox. I mean, not over, but doesn't look good. But I'm glad you're here with us tonight to see what the Rockies can do. Sox 7. Gomber was totally pissed at himself. Gomber was pitching pretty well and then just kind of made some stupid mistakes. Let it get away with him with the long ball. Kind of dumb stuff. He was pissed. He was yelling at himself. So I don't know. Probably not much to say about this one here tonight, in all honesty. I doubt the Rockies are going to make. Well, I mean, we'll see. They got to defend the bottom of the eighth, and then they've got to put up 4 runs in Fenway against the Red Sox. Red Sox really aren't that great of a team. Not really. They got a couple of interesting players. Roman Anthony certainly is an interesting player. Duran's a really good player. But yeah, I don't know. They're not like impossible. They're not, crazy good. They're a 500 team. And watching the broadcast, they were speculating perhaps the Rockies, or Red Sox rather, should be better than that. I mean, statistically and how they play, they should by their numbers be better than a 500 team. But not great. Not great at all. So we'll watch this final inning together, and we'll go from there. So happy to read your comments. It's cool watching the Rockies play at Fenway Park. It always has been. Always will be. There's just something about Fenway that is, just kind of a cool deal. All right, so Rolison on the mound for the Rockies. They just got done singing Sweet Caroline, which is funny because there's a lot of Red Sox guys or Red Sox fans, like real diehard fans who actually hate that tradition. It's like, oh, it's manufactured, it's not real, blah, 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 blah. They never did that when I was growing up as a Red Sox fan, and I went to tons of Red Sox games. Jordan Beck going into left field, by the way. Yeah, they never did that when I was. So here's things that did not happen. Like when I was growing up at Fenway Park going to games, there was no video screen. There was no Green Monster seats on the Green Monster. There was no Sweet Caroline. There was no Wally, the mascot. None of that. It was. I mean, when I was a kid and going to Red Sox games, Rolison gets a strikeout on Toro. That's very nice. When I was a kid going to Red Sox game, it was the game, and that was it. Nothing else to it. Cedar Rafaela at the plate. 11 home runs on the year for the center fielder for the Red Sox. Not that big of a dude. Hitting 9th in their lineup. Gonna look at how many runners they've left on base so far in this one. Only 6 hits. They've given up 13 hits. And the Rockies have walked 1 guy. Not bad. Wow, that is smoked. That is gone. Holy shit. That went off there's a billboard above the seats That was a fucking smoke show right there. Wow. Exit velocity 104 miles an hour, estimated distance 407 feet. So that wasn't just a quirky green monster. That guy is not that big. Rafaela, how big is he, man? Just, middle. Just pathetic, actually. Yeah, let's see how big Rafaela actually is. 13 home runs on the year. Wow. Rafaela, 5'10", 165. Wow. That is something else, man. That is impressive as hell. Center fielder, 24 years old, from Curacao. 5'10", 165. That is just so much for size. He hit the shit out of that. Marcelo Mayer, their third baseman. These are not like a lot of big names here, but they're 46 and 45, 25 and 20 at home. It's not been a dominant year for the Red Sox. All right, runners in scoring position. Let's see here. The Rockies have left 5 guys on base and 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position, which isn't awful, but only 6 hits, 2 walks. Trevor Story had a throwing error. So you've only had, 9 guys on base. Struck out 9 times. Rolson gets a strikeout there. That's 2 outs. Some of these games by the Rockies, there really isn't much to talk about. And I don't anticipate this will be a close one. I anticipate the Red Sox will close things down quickly. So it's nice playing the Red Sox without Devers in the lineup. Well, that's true. God forbid he plays first base, right? Sure. Yeah, they're not as good without one of the best players in baseball, that's for sure. True. But the Rockies just have a way of giving things away sometimes. Gonzalez up, 2-1 count, fouled off 2-2. Tyler Freeman remains an on-base monster. Again on base, 2 for 3 with a walk. So, wow, Tyler Freeman. What is his on-base percentage? He's been outstanding. And this is bomb. Gonzalez, did he get it? Yep. Holy shit. That went out of Fenway Park in like left center. Oh my God. 454 feet with 111 exit velocity. Oh my God. Oh my God. 454 feet. It went out of Fenway at one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. Holy shit. Oh my God. So that goes way out into Lansdowne Street outside of the park itself. 454 feet. Oh my God. Wow. 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 Dude, that is sick. I mean, it's against the Rockies, but you kind of got to respect that. That was unbelievable. Holy shit. Slow roller, fumble, Tolia gets it, and we go to the top of the 9th. Couple of bombs by the Red Sox there. 2 huge home runs. Wow. All right, 9-3 Red Sox going to the 9th. I guess if you're going to get shellacked, you might as well make it worth it. Wow, that was nuts. I don't know. My goal for the Rockies on the road at home against the White Sox, you'd like to sweep the series, at least win 2 out of 3. On the road, if you can just figure out one against the Red Sox and one against the Reds going into the All-Star game, if you get 2 wins on the road, if the goal is, which is my goal for the team, to not be the worst team of all time, then okay. And on this one and in a bunch of other games, because you're just not that great of a team, you're just going to get your ass kicked, and you're just going to have to wear it. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was something else. 454 feet. Wow. Crazy. All right. Well, there's that. Hope you're having a good night. Hold on a second. All right. So, yeah. What else can I tell you about tonight? Tyler Freeman, what is your on base percentage? He had a good night. Let's see here. Come on, Tyler, what we got? So here we go. Top 9. Rockies need to score 6 runs to keep this game going. On base percentage for Tyler Freeman is at 422. Batting average 338. On base percentage 422. Exceptional. Exceptional. Ryan McMahon at the plate is 1 for 3 on the night. Drives it to the monster. It's going to be off the wall. There you go. Should be a double. Played well by Durant, but McMahon slides in, gets it off the wall, high off the wall, goes oppo, and that's an out at Coors Field. That's a fly ball out of Coors Field, but it's a double in Boston. So, if you can take it the other way as a lefty, man, that wall's close, really close. Durant made actually a really nice play. It hit high off the wall, about midway off the wall. Bare hand, throw to second, made it a close play. Nice hit by Ryan McMahon, though. Nice job. Brings up Doyle, who's 1 for 3 on the night. Had an RBI single and a strikeout and a ground out. So here we go. All you need is 6 runs. Hunter Goodman, All-Star, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He was pissed at himself. Mickey Moniak, 1 for 3 with a strikeout, scored a run. Jordan Beck pinch hit for him and didn't do anything with that. Thairo Estrada, 1 for 4 with 2 runs. Tolia, 0 for 3, but he has an RBI. Walk and 2 strikeouts. Ryan McMahon, nice night. 2 for 4, including that double right there. Kyle Farmer in the on-deck circle, by the way. So Farmer will hit for Fernandez. Oh, actually, he already did. So he stays in the lineup. My bad. And Ritter 0 for 3, hitting 232. He has a strikeout, too. 3-1 count to Doyle. So, all right, let's make some hay. Strike 2, tough pitch. At this point, you got to be patient. I mean, it's, you're trying to score 6 runs. So, yeah, you take pitches, you try to keep the train moving. I mean, almost impossible situation, but you want to have a quality at bat, get on base. No, that's strike 3. Yeah, still. Doyle takes a lot of strikes, man, for whatever reason. A lot of people wrote off the Red Sox after the Devers trade, but I've been watching them, and I think they're actually playing better, showing some backbone. I got some good, young, talented guys, that's for sure. All right, brings up Farmer. He's 0 for 1. Pitch hitting for Fernandez stayed in the game. .218, 3 home runs, 18 RBI. It's like kind of like whatever. 0-2 on Farmer. Oh, 2, runner on second, 1 out, down by 6. Strike 3, down. Not surprised by that at all. All right, it brings up Ryan Ritter, who's 0 for 3. This is likely it. Down 9-3, runner on second. Fouls it off. So after a leadoff double, strikeout on Doyle, strikeout by Farmer, and Ritter down the count 2. Again, the Red Sox are basically a 500 team, man. But, I mean, the Rockies took the White Sox lightly, so that was so ridiculous. Kyle Freeland on the mound tomorrow for the Rockies. Everybody's standing at Fenway. Outside. Tonight there's just, Gomber pitched okay until he didn't, which is how things go for the Rockies a lot. Gomber, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs. 5 strikeouts, but gave up a home run, only 1 walk. 91 pitches, 59 strikes. Just, too many. You're pitching good, then you just screw up. And that's kind of a wrap. And when your offense is not great, which the Rockies' offense is obviously not great, you just, I don't know, you lose. 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They'll be 2 for 10 if Ritter strikes out. 3-2. All 4. All right, well, he works a walk. That's good. Good for Ritter. Don't give up. Never give up. The Red Sox left were 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position. I mean, the Red Sox had 14 hits, only 1 walk, so at least the Rockies were throwing strikes, I guess. Brings up Tyler Freeman, who again is having a really good night tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a walk, so he's been on base 3 out of 4 times. Here comes his 5th at bat. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. I'd love to see him punch a base hit here. He's hitting .338. It's incredible. You hit .338 in Major League Baseball, you deserve to be there. .338? It's incredible. All right, he's down 0-2 here, though. See what he can do. Inside, ball. Good take. I like Tyler Freeman, man. I like his story. I like his approach. Didn't really know what we'd get. I mean, it's an improvement from Nolan Jones for sure, who he's good buddies with. Ground ball to second, so that's it. We ground ball to second. 9-3 your final. Let's see here. All right, so that's the final. Take a couple of your comments, and then we'll just call it a night. Again, I don't want to belabor the fact a bad team is going to play bad. Bad team, doesn't hit well, doesn't pitch well, doesn't field well. Rockies have all those characteristics. So let's see here. I'll just take a couple comments because I really appreciate you liking and subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's great. Appreciate you watching on Twitter. Let's see here. DMac, I love you, man. The way you shamed your looks earlier was hard to hear. You shouldn't have said that about yourself on the air. Oh, well, thank you, Taylor. Self-deprecation is what I majored in college, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Taylor. Friedland has, quote, Night of the Living Dead stats. What happened to him? Like a lot of Rockies pitchers, just inconsistent, going along great, and then you just give up the cookies, location, efficiency, getting behind in counts, and giving up a lot of home runs. The Rockies pitching staff just gives up one home run after another. So location, so that's missing pitches, all that sort of stuff. Is baseball sustainable at altitude? Oh, yeah, it is. It is. You got to get the right players, the right manager, the right approach. The Rockies would be smart if they modified the outfield and they brought left field in and established a green monster type of thing. But that's a lot of seats should be taken out. But that's what you need to do. You need to build. It would shorten. You'd put it I think it's like at 370 or something now. So if you put it at about 340 and you built a 40-foot wall, you would shrink the size of the outfield. You would get more hits like the Red Sox get off the Green Monster that are hit hard, but it's 40 feet high, the Green Monster. So it's only 310 feet. It's not far at all. It's crazy going to a game at Fenway. And you really look at it like, whoa, that is small. There ain't nothing there. And then Fenway gets a lot deeper, and in center field corner, center right sort of area is really deep. And then it's just quirky the way the rest of the field. Well, the Rockies already put up a big glass sort of thing in right center, and that's helped a little bit, not a lot. The issue is really left field. So if Walker Monfort and the Monforts want to make the ballpark better, what you need to do is you need to move that in, shrink the size of the outfield, okay, and just give up more singles and doubles rather than cheap home runs. That's how you do it. But so is that sustainable? Sure. But you got to make some modifications in your ballpark. Thanks, DMac. Thank you, Pablo. Appreciate it. DMac never belabors. That's true. Can pitchers be developed for the Rockies? And if they are developed, how long are they effective? Wow, they're showing replays of Austin Gomber melting down. Hold on, I want to see that here. Gomber freaked out. And Spilly's saying he freaked out because of the pitch selection and everything. All right. Can pitchers be developed? The Rockies, if they do, how long are they effective? Yeah, I mean, it could happen. I mean, the Rockies, of course, October in 2007 went to the playoffs in 9, 17 and 18 in the playoffs. So sure, you can do it. Plus, you don't have to be a 110 win team to win a World Series title. You don't. You got to copy the Guardians and the Diamondbacks and be an 86, 88 win team, something like that. You got to win the wild card stuff and play it out like that. You're never going to be. I mean, I don't think the Rockies. I'll be surprised if the Rockies ever win the NL West again. Didn't they win it one time? I think they won it one time, right? So, yeah. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. I do appreciate lots of folks because it's not just on YouTube; it's also on Twitter. I appreciate your time. I won't bother you for the rest of the night. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe it's a better effort there. But yeah, it's a final. Rockies lose 9-3. And the march towards history continues as the Rockies are now golly, man. 21-70. That is crazy. 21-70. Wow. That was so bad. All right. 21-70. What do you say? I don't even know. The team is 21-70. You're not quite 50 games under 500. That is something else. Minus 235 in run differential. Minus 235. The next closest team to that is minus 140 by the A's. So they've given up almost 100 in run differential, close to 100 more runs than the second worst team. That is bananas. Wow. Minus 235. That is crazy. All right, back at it tomorrow night. For the love of God, where is football? The countdown's on, bud. We got 18 days. 18 days till football. It'll be back. 18 days. Thumbs up. All right, we'll see you guys. Have a good night.